Okay, oiga, skukudin ikosit jamui. Call to order the Wagyo Kamashimaka Jukshan joining it up this evening. Today's date is Tuesday, September 9, 2025, Barbecue Unified School District Regular Governing Board meeting. As I call the meeting to order, I just want to continue to encourage and lift up our mission, vision, and purpose statement of the Barbecue Unified School District. As a board, we definitely want to make sure that we're encouraging and supporting our schools in the overall mission, vision, and purpose. Our vision statement is our students will be loved, encouraged, and prepared to take on the world by embracing our himdak. Our mission statement is we create healthy, inspiring, motivating, developing, achieving graduates. Our purpose statement is we create a nurturing learning environment for every child every day with an additional commitment to support our himdak. Himdak is the autumn word meaning our way of life, and as such, members of the community, ourselves, it is always important for us to continue to not only uplift the himdak, but continue to utilize the autumn milk in and where and as much as possible as a board this evening. Turn it over to Mr. Sabala for roll call.
All those present, Juan Bonilla,
Kathleen
Kathleen Vance,
United.
Sylvia Hendricks, Amber Stevens, Jessica McGill.
Okay, we do have a quorum. We'll continue with this evening's agenda. Letter C is our Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand if you're able and join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Letter D is our routine business. Number one is the approval of the September 9th, 2025 board meeting agenda. Governing board, I believe we are amending the agenda this evening to remove action item F, letter number 1, will be tabled and brought back when it's ready. I believe that's the only change unless there's anything else from the board.
There's no additional change.
Nothing else, Mr. Diaz. Thank you. Motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Sylvia Hendricks.
All those in favor of the motion, Juan Bonilla,
Masapo.
Kathleen Vance, Sylvia Hendricks,
Mustafa.
Thank you. Motion carries. Number 2 this evening is the approval of the August 12, 2025 regular board meeting minutes. Governing board, without objection, I will request to approve also as well July 11, 2025 board retreat minutes, July 12, 2025 board retreat minutes, and the July 12, 2025 special board meeting minutes. Is there
Mustafa.
motion by Ms. Sylvia Hendricks?
Second.
Second by Ms. Kathleen Vance.
all those in favor of the motion, Juan Bonilla,
Masapo.
Kathleen Vance,
Mustafa.
Sylvia Hendricks,
Mustafa.
Thank you. Number 6 is our call to the audience. For the record, we have no call to the audience this evening. Moving on, our letter E, information items. Number 1, our students of the month. Mr. Diaz.
Ruben Diaz, Waukewa Hamachimo Cook Superintendent. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Ruben Diaz, and I'm the proud superintendent. At this point, please help me welcome our proud principal for the primary campus. Let's give her a round of applause, Ms. Enriquez Benson. Students, if it's your first time being recognized, you're going to hear your name, and your principal is going to say some great words about you. Just come up and shake everybody's hand. Family, we need you to come to the front as well so you can join us, so we can take a picture, so we can celebrate you also virtually and online. Having said that, please, Ms. Enriquez, take it away. We have some free seats in the front, no additional charge. Please come forward.
All right, good evening, President Buendia, Governing Board members, Superintendent Diaz, and community members. Our first student is from pre-K, Ms. Deidre, and Ms. Jasmine's class, Daniela Antonio. Is she not here? No? Okay. If she comes in, we'll go back to her. For kindergarten is Ruth Marquez. Ruth is from the House of Altruismo. She is an amazing student to have in the classroom. Ruth continues to demonstrate the traits of being a great friend. She is a leader in the class and encourages her peers to follow her lead. She has a bright smile that makes all our days. I can always count on her to be a role model for her classmates.
Congratulations. Thank you.
All right.
Our next student is from Miss Quinones' first grade class. She is from the House of Revere, Ellie Lopez. Ellie consistently demonstrates responsibility and dedication in both her academic and personal endeavors. Her strong work ethic and determination are evident in the quality of her assignments and her active participation in class. Beyond academics, she is always willing to help her classmates, showing kindness, patience, and leadership. Her intelligence combined with her helpful and caring nature makes her a role model for others. When she was asked what she would like to be when she grows up, Ellie would like to be an artist.
Congratulations, thank you.
All right, from Miss Nelson's second grade class, also from the House of Rivera, is Quavo Tashquinth. Quavo is a joy to have in the classroom. He comes to school with a smile on his face every day and is ready to learn. He always does his best on all his assignments. He likes to help others in class. He knows the rules and expectations and has become a star student. Miss Nelson is so very proud of Quavo and all his hard work. Quavo would like to be a firefighter when he grows up. Okay. Our third grade student was nominated by Miss Holmes. He is also from the House of Rivera, Savon Hendricks. Savon demonstrates great leadership and kindness within the classroom. He ensures that everyone in his company is treated fairly and feels respected. Savon not only has great characteristics as an individual, but is a superb student. He is always engaged and makes sure he turns in his assignments. He is also very courageous in sharing questions about things he is unsure of. When he was asked what he'd like to be when he grows up, he would like to be an astronaut.
Future astronaut.
Blast off.
Our next student was nominated from Miss Juan's Hymn Dog class, Falling Star Juan. She is also from the House of Rivera. Falling Star has shown so much growth in Hymn Dog class. At first she was shy, but now she is much more confident in speaking. She is a model student for others, and Miss Juan enjoys having her in the classroom. When Falling Star grows up, she would like to be a singer because she likes K-pop.
Sing something.
Yeah.
And now we will have Miss Begay Lewis from the intermediate campus.
Good evening, families, board members, and Superintendent Diaz. So our first student from fourth grade is from Mr. Fuentes' class, Raven Wilson. She demonstrates fairness by consistently applying what she learns in class, especially when completing her work with honesty and effort. Moreover, she supports her teammates and always acknowledges their hard work and success. Way to go, Raven. When she grows up, she wants to become a doctor so she can help and treat and care for the sick people.
Everybody say ramen. Thank you.
For fifth grade from Mr. Cody's class is Patricio Hendricks. Well, one thing he would like to do is get rid of AI, so because tech could do it better. So from sixth grade, from Mr. Hadian's class, Talise Wilson. If she was here, she would want to tell you that she wants to protect the environment through proper waste disposal and showing care for other adults. From PE class, from Mr. Swarnabas, Bailey McGill. If Bailey was here, he would tell us that he would want to have more food and supplies to give people, and thank you. Now to Ms. Once for high school and middle school.
Hello, governing board members, Superintendent Diaz, President Buendia, and families. So the August students of the month, seventh grade, we have Juliet Lopez. The seventh grade team nominates Juliet Lopez, the August 2025 student of the month. Juliet is the daughter of Stacy Santos and Jermaine Lopez. Her home village is San Simon, and her district is Pacinamo. Juliet is a proud member of Altruismo. Juliet is a strong student and enjoys playing volleyball. This year, Juliet likes all her classes and teachers equally. After graduating from Baboquivari High School, Juliet plans on going to college. She does not yet have a particular university in mind, but she is opening. I'm sorry. She is open to considering the U of A. Her current career goal is to become an artist. Juliet would like to thank and honor her parents, Stacy and Jermaine. She would like to thank them for all your love and support. We're very proud of you, Juliet. Keep up the good work. Isabella Darrell is the eighth grade student of the month for August. She is playing volleyball right now. There's a volleyball game on this. Ninth grade student of the month is Alia Antonio, and she's not here. Okay, on to our 10th grade student of the month. Scarlett Basenti is the 10th grade student of the month for August. Scarlett is the daughter of Avis and Eric Basenti. As you've noticed, she's not a stranger to being student of the month. Scarlett's home village is South Comelec, and she is a proud member of the House of Revere. Scarlett respects and likes all her teachers and classes equally. After graduating from Baboquivari High School, Scarlett plans on joining the workforce. Her current career goal is open, and she's actively seeking a career path that suits her. Scarlett would like to thank all her family for their love and support they give every day. You're doing a wonderful job, Scarlett.
Good job, Scarlett.
Congratulations.
Okay, and our 11th grade student of the month is Charisse Roque. And then our 12th grade student of the month is Chasley Plimo. And up next, Miss Maritza Mazon.
Hi, good evening. Families, virtual guests, board members, and Superintendent Diaz. We have two students that we will recognize for Indian Oasis Middle and High School. A middle school student, Danella Rios. and high school student Marquise Sanchez. I hope maybe they're joining us virtually, so I will go ahead and read the recognition to them. For Danella Rios, we are proud to recognize Danella Rios as our middle school student of the month. She's new to Indian Oasis Middle and High School, and Danella has quickly excelled through her hard work and dedication. She is currently on track or ahead in all her 6 classes for her 8th grade, along with career exploration and health. With good attendance and strong commitment to catching up when absent, she is a model student for 8th grade and all of the middle school. Congratulations, Danella. Keep up the great work. And Marquise, we're so proud to recognize you, Marquise, as our high school student of the month for August. Marquise has completed 184 activities, finished 2 carryover classes from last year, and is maintaining all A's and B's on all his classes. So he's on track. For his current classes, he has grown into an engaged, motivated student who takes pride in his learning. Outside the classroom, Marquise is a talented artist and gardener. He fills pages with original drawings and is currently tending to wheat he started from seeds gathered at last year's TOCC Agricultural Day. He's excited to continue learning and growing at this year's event. And just congratulations, Marquise, if you're listening to us virtually. And keep thriving as a student, as an artist, as a gardener, and as a young man. Thank you.
We're going to slide into our next item on the agenda, so please don't leave. It is our Himdaco Award. Mr. Diaz.
President Buendia, members of the board, members of the community, and colleagues. Our next one, we have a very special set of students that are going to be recognized. As you know, Baboquivari Unified School District also offers a JTE program. Students, after they have completed the program, they have to take a test. They get their JTE certification. So at this point, please help me welcome one of our coordinators, Mr. Allison Cornell, which she will be reading the names and we can honor. And she can also share some additional information. Joining her, we have our principal, Ms. Constance Once.
Thank you. Good evening, board members, Superintendent Diaz. All right. Tonight, we're recognizing our students on success on the technical skills assessment for their CTE program. This milestone is more than just a test score. It represents the knowledge, determination, and hands-on skills they have gained through hard work and dedication. These students have demonstrated not only mastery of technical content, but also have shown persistence and problem-solving abilities. By passing this assessment, they have proven that they are prepared to take the next step, whether that's entering the workforce or continuing their education. We are very proud of their accomplishment and excited to see the impact they will make in the future. All right, so this is the first year we've had so many students pass and in so many different programs, and so I'm going to just start from the top. Darren Nez for Culinary Arts.
We're going to wait for all of them.
All right, Ember Antone for both Culinary Arts and Digital Photography.
There's a volleyball
Yes, you are.
There's a volleyball game tonight.
Congratulations. Thank you for supporting the program.
Let me go ahead and give these to you.
In the middle.
Lamel Martinez for Culinary Arts. Dayani Sixkiller for Digital Communications.
Congratulations for your
Kason Garcia for Digital Communications. Amara Cruz for digital photography. Charisse Roque, digital photography. Demetria Wilson, digital photography. And Laurel Frank, digital photography. And our last one is Aiden Johnson for culinary arts. There it is. Is that Aiden? Perfect timing. Aiden Johnson, culinary arts.
Start from the end, shake everybody's hands, and come and get your necklaces and your weapons.
Perfect timing.
Your timing was perfect, Miss Alicia.
That's why I waited.
You can sit right here. And now look at the camera right here. Oh, the camera.
All right, here we go, one more.
One more.
Let's hear it for the CTE Achievers, yeah!
Thank you all. Thank you so much. Not yet. Stay. No, stay. President Mundia, members of the board, we do have a second recognition, and this is from our Hemadog program. And at this point, I'm going to ask our director, Ms. Sarafizio, sorry, Ms. Sarafizio, to please come and join Mr. Aaron, if you don't mind opening up our next recognition by our director, Ms. Sarafizio. Sorry, I was going to call you by your first name.
Good evening, Mr. Buendia, Governing Board, and Mr. Diaz, guests and virtual guests. I nominated Ty Mendez for this award, and for the sole reason of him being a really great role model. And I have up there, I'll just read what I put on there. Ty is a student who works diligently in class and is always on time for his chemistry class. He puts extra effort into all of his assignments. The history classes had an assignment which was to create a digital pottery depicting the land, animals, vegetation, people, customs, etc. And they also had to write a 5 to 8 paragraph paper about their pottery. And that's like something in the 1700s, 1800s. In addition, they had to present it to their class. When I asked if anyone would like to deliver their presentation of their pottery to the class, 2 brave students responded. One of them was Ty. Both students did great. The designs were very neat. Mr. Mendez completed his assignments on time and without any hesitation. His pottery design was so fine. The next day, I asked him if he would be willing to share it at the next school board meeting. He immediately responded with a yes. His design pottery was truly wonderful, and the presentation was very thorough. It was amazing to hear him share his design. Ty is the student every teacher would be blessed to have in their class. He is a hardworking gentleman and a perfect role model. He wants to learn the Tohono language and also the customs and traditions. Ask him for his story, and he will tell you. It is an honor to have him in our Tohono mystery class. That's Ty. I had him, I was subbing at the high school for about a little month, over a month. And so I was glad to have been there to see all these amazing students and everything that they've been learning or have shown while I was there, their interest in the Himdag and their interest in the history. And so I selected Thai for the Simdak Award. I'm sorry, I guess he didn't make it.
He's not here, but we're going to pursue him. We want to make sure the community sees the project and also values the project. I think you all going to appreciate the reason why he was nominated and the way he's represented the culture, the language, and the traditions through his project. President Mundia, that concludes the Himidag Award.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Serapizio. Thank you all. That'll conclude our awards portion of the meeting. You're more than welcome to stay. And again, we're very grateful to be able to celebrate your students and all of your achievements. So thank you all. Have a good evening.
Thank you, parents. Thank you, family.
Continuing with our agenda, number 3 is the Baboquivari Unified School District Governing Board Financial Report. Ms. Clementina Carlisle.
Good evening, President Buendia, Governing Board members, Superintendent Diaz, and everybody here and listening virtually. I hope the Governing Board had a chance to review the balances for fiscal year 2025 through August 31st, the end of the encumbrance period. There was no activity in the student activities account in the month of August. The ending balance for the student activity account on August 31st was unchanged from the prior month. The balance was $92,121.04. And there was activity in the student auxiliary account. There was deposits that came in. They were collecting fees that were from the prior year. And they collected $875.25 for the Baboquivari Middle School activity fees and $850 for the high school from All American Publishing, a rebate check for the spring 2025 poster. The ending balance for the student auxiliary account on August 31st was $4,262.29. Are there any questions?
Questions from the board? Ms. Carlisle, you can continue.
Thank you. The third one. Thank you. And this is the fiscal year 2025 expenditures through August 31st, 2025. Overall, 77.39% of the budget for all funds was expended, leaving a budget balance of 22.61%. Of course, the average for expenditures for an entire fiscal year is 100%. Public schools are allowed to continue paying invoices for goods and services received by June 30th, 2025 through the encumbrance period of August 27, 2025. And that was just the deadline set for Pima County. So all the invoices for goods received by June 30th were paid. And at this time, I will be working on the fiscal year 2025 annual financial report, which will be approved at the October board meeting. So I don't know if you had a chance to look at that or if you have any questions.
President Mundia.
Mr. Diaz.
President Buendia, members of the board, members of the community, I want to give a shout out to every single department, every single principal. We have completed all of the invoicing process, and that is thanks to not only the leadership from our CFO, but also the support and collaboration from all of our directors. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate it, guys. Back to you, President Mundia.
Any other questions? Ms. Carlisle.
Thank you. And then just the last memo. And I don't know if you received the letter from the AG's office. We have not gotten any new communication regarding the fiscal year 2022 performance audit from the last time that you were updated. But we did receive communication from the AG's office regarding the 90-day letter on September 3rd. And I received a phone call, and then the email communication was sent out to the superintendent and myself. We will be meeting with the AG's office on September the 18th for a status review entrance meeting, and they will also be providing us a list of documentations that they're gonna be wanting before they come out on September 29th through October 2nd. So they'll be on site at that time to review the current year information, just to make sure that we are where we say that we are, that we're doing all the processes and procedures that we're claiming. After the review, they will issue a final determination letter regarding compliance with the uniform systems of financial records.
Thank you so much. And I
Thank you.
didn't read the
You
email,
did?
so
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Any
you, Ms. Carla.
questions? Thank you.
Just
Oh, sorry, Miss Sylvia?
No, I just wanted to comment that I was glad to see that there were no negatives. And so that was, the only thing I had a question on is, and even though I know that all the other reports underneath the full report, all the budgets, under the superintendent's budget, there was a bunch of negatives, but I'm assuming that because of the overall, there was no.
Yes, so sometimes if it's a grant-related, sometimes it's not allocated specifically to the superintendent's office, it's like district-wide. So that's why it shows up like that as a negative, but overall, we are not negative.
Okay,
Yes.
because it's a board /
Yeah,
superintendent.
or if there wasn't an allocation from impact aid, or, sometimes there's emergencies where we weren't expecting or budgeting to purchase a bus or things of that nature, but we know there's a need.
Yeah.
So then we go over in a department, but not necessarily overall.
Over the budget, yeah.
Right,
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Carla.
thank you.
Thank you.
Continuing with our agenda, number 4 is the Barbecue Unified School District Principals Reports. Ms. Enriquez Benson. Did you say birthday girl?
This week is her birthday, yes.
Too late, Ben.
Too late. All right, good evening, President Buendia, governing board members, Mr. Diaz. I have submitted my report in writing. I hope you've had an opportunity to read it. One thing I want to point out is we are still holding on to that 90% attendance for the month of August. September is Attendance Awareness Month. We did post, I think Sylvia posted it for our attendance challenge. The flyer is also attached if you want to look at it another time. Tomorrow is our literacy night. The Parent and Family Involvement Committee will be hosting a literacy night to explain the process of SFA, what the read and respond forms are, and then they were going to have some s'mores by a campfire to read to family members, parents, whoever they want to bring. So you're more than welcome to attend that tomorrow evening. And Ruben wants to highlight something.
I do. A big shout out to second grade and third grade. They have exceeded the attendance in a very extraordinary way. Let's give them a big round of applause to second grade and third grade parents, students, and team.
You can play the video, Aaron.
Thank you, Ms. Enriquez Benson. Governing board members, anything for primary? Ms. Hendricks?
Just congratulations. I remember several years back, you were setting up to try to, you were trying to figure out how to improve the attendance. I remember you set up tents out there and passing out information on why it's important to come to school. And I think you've actually finally, as time goes on, you've reached your goal, and I hope it continues.
Thank you. I have to credit my team for that, though. We have an attendance committee,
Oh, okay.
and they have been just coming up with different ways to see how we can ensure that kids are coming in. We're still having a huge tardy problem, but we're working on that next.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Ms. Hendricks. Ms. Begay Lewis, intermediate campus.
Good evening, board members, President Buendia, and Superintendent Diaz. I turned in my board report, but I do want to add that all our teachers made 90% or more attendance, except for one by 1%. So good job, teachers, if you are listening. And we had 171 students with 90% attendance for the month of August. So they will be receiving a house shirt. So thank you to the Desert Diamond Casino and all the golfers that we also got to meet on Friday. It was very, very hot, and I got bit by a bee. So I'm glad I was not allergic to bees. So it was fine. It was okay. And then, but we did get help from the Don Otton Fire Department to bring our merchandise to the school, as you will see in the video. And I believe that is it. You can show the video. Can you move the mouse? And at our previous board meeting, it was mentioned if we were going to be translating the RCA names. And so as you can see on the board here, our fifth graders put up our jerseys that are translated. So the jerseys are used during any time we have a basketball challenge with our students. And so those will stay on our campus and won't go home so that we can use them every year. And so thank you to JOM.
Sweet. I just wanted to, first of all, congratulate you, but most of all, also wondered if there was an outreach or an effort to thank our community, our families for also getting their kids to school. I mean, the students especially and our teachers, but also maybe making it a nice little competition for the parents as well, because obviously one class, one student, or however many students they missed. But I know, I mean, above all, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. But I was just thinking somehow to get the parents involved too, and thank them as well. I don't know if you were thinking about that, but just came to mind, and not tooting my own horn, but the kids get up themselves and they want to get up and go on the bus. But I know that's equated to what they want to be, how much they want to be at school. So I just wanted to say thank you and to everyone, and again acknowledge our community members, our parents and guardians and whomever who are also there as well to help get our students to school. Thank you.
Thank you for the idea. We were trying to come up with ways of how we can get our families more involved, but not only involved, but understanding what we do on our campus. And so our solutions teams right now are working on a plan where we want parents to come into the classrooms, and you know how we do our walkthroughs? We want the students to run those walkthroughs with our parents to tell them what we're doing in the classrooms.
That's cool.
And so we're in the process of making that happen right
All
now.
right, awesome. We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you so much again. Anything else from the board? If not, thank you. Oh, sorry, Ms. Vance.
I know that you mentioned the 90%, the 171, the number of students. Did you mention the 64 students with the 100% attendance? Girl. Shout out to all of those 64 students who had 100% attendance.
Yes.
Good job. Good job. Parents, good job, parents, families, everyone that made it possible for those students to be here. And then I just also, and I saw the pre-test data. And I know you guys are going to be working on that, so I can't wait to see the next report on that. So thank you.
Yes, we are looking forward to it too. And to add, that's not in my report, is that on last year, we had about maybe over 40 kids who were tardy on regularly, like every day. It'll be like 2 pages of students signing in that they're tardy. And since school started, on average, we've only had about 10 students tardy.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Spaghetti-Lewis. Ms. Once, principal for the middle high school.
We may have a commercial.
Ms. Once.
Okay. I think she was a student of the month.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the highlights, we have volleyball and football are in full effect. BHS alum received an award at the IDEA conference. We also, if you scroll down, Aaron, to the attendance, our 8th and our 9th graders made 90% attendance. So we're getting there. School-wide, we haven't hit the 90, but you can see those numbers, and you know I keep the 0.9 there for a reason. We can always strive for better. Yeah, we can always strive for better. Okay, and then, go ahead, Aaron.
The
Play the video.
graduation.
It's the same.
April?
It's the same.
It's the same?
It's
Okay.
the same until the semester.
Board members, questions for Ms. Onse or comments?
I
Ms.
have a
Vance?
question. Principal Anse, you don't have any data for tests, pre-tests or anything for this? Or did I
They were,
miss it?
no, they were still working on the, what is it, like the scoring when
Oh.
it was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be on the next one.
If nothing else, thank you so much, Ms. Onse.
you.
Appreciate it. Director Mazon for the Indian Oasis Middle High School.
Thank you. Good evening, President Buendia, board members and guests, Superintendent Diaz. I'd like to start off with some highlights that are going on and happened in the month of August. Thank you, Principal Begay, for holding the community event inside. It was really nice. And our booth was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles booth. Had a lot of families and students, community come on by. Also want to highlight student athletes who have been participating in cross-country, volleyball, and football over at Baboquivari High School. We had a training with TO Health and Human Services. The head of the tribal opioid response came out and we had an Narcan training. Also, we are establishing a multi-purpose room, but mostly what we're looking at is having a presentation/workshop room established in our campus. And we are rolling out the PBIS program. It's nearing completion. We are in collaboration with Susie Garcia over at Baboquivari High School, and we are collaborating with dates and events as far as workshops or career and readiness opportunities for our students to also be a part of. Excited to also say that carryover courses were completed, the carryover courses that were coming in from last year. Our deadline was August 29th, and those were all completed. We have a Mesa and Hiking Club set to begin this fall very soon, in which our teacher, Mr. Alvarez, by the way, also has been selected by the Institute of SETI, and he's going to participate in the upcoming NASA Astronomy Activation as an ambassador. And we currently have 3 students that were accepted to participate in GALS. And GALS is the Girls on Outdoor Adventure for Leadership in Science by SARSEF. And they're going to be out at the Chiricahua Mountains. So wanted to make sure I highlighted those points and those pieces. Also in the report are activities for the month of August. The completion and the numbers are listed on there. Next on the report is our attendance. 11th grade is at the highest at 88%. Also, our numbers of incidents and other school violations are on the report as well. And they are divided up into middle and high school. And an estimate of numbers of students and parents who we've met with formally. There have been some informal meetings as well, but formally 7 students and 3 parents. And then we have the video.
I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong report, but I don't see any numbers for August on the attendance.
I don't either.
But maybe you can just send us an update if you can.
I'll forward it to you guys. We do have it. I will forward the updated and we'll bring it back on the next month to
You can
update
just
it.
email it, that's fine, just
But I
update
will
it.
email it to you right now.
And then I wanted to say thank you for inviting the tribal opioid response team to your campus. 100,000% support, and think it's very important that that information is not only shared, but they have tools and resources available to them. All of our students, I hope at some point we'll have that. But I'm grateful that you have opened your doors to that. But that's all I had. Thank you so much. The music was good. Got me. Miss Hendricks.
No, I just wanted to find out on regarding your challenge of parents and or student regarding credits. How many, I guess, students are in line of finishing up?
if not by December, maybe by the end of the year? And how many more students and parents need to be met with, I guess? Because, we had the issue last year that we want to not have to go through again.
What I can say is the students that we're looking at for the window of the December graduation is that we've met with them monthly to give updates and check their progress and making sure that they're still on track. Also, we do have some data that has not been presented, and we hope to present it maybe in the next board meeting with the information, those numbers, so that we can see specifically a better idea of what we're looking at. What I can say also is that we are supporting our students who are will be aging out, unfortunately, and will not be able to obtain their high school diploma within our program, but still our goal is and our motivation is and our support is continuous in the fact that we are wanting to make sure that they get all the credits as possible as they can while they're still in our school before releasing them to other options. Those options are always there, and we do inform them about them. But I believe and I feel that if they're comfortable and they're strong and they have momentum going, that the best place for those students who are lacking high school credits and are going to age out, the best place for them at the moment, the majority has been Indian Oasis Middle and High School. So they're still there. They will continue to be there, and the support will be to, again, get as many credits as possible and then transition them into whatever other options they might have available to them.
Miss Hendricks, are you okay?
How?
Mr. Diaz, I wonder if we wouldn't, and of course, if the board agrees, go ahead and include that information. And you can work with Ms. Mazan on making sure we can see at least some data regarding who's on track and who isn't. But in addition to that, and that's regarding graduation, whether it's December or next year. But in addition to that, I wonder, since this school in particular is a little bit more flexible, so to speak. But it might be advantageous to also invite TOCC's GED programming or their adult education programming as well, so that maybe they can start to build a relationship and kind of know and feel more guided, as opposed to, well, here's your options. Just a thought. But I think that as the board, these reports are specific to what you guys want to be able to see. So I would say, if that's what we want to see, let's see it on the report. I know a lot of them, some of them are formatted a little bit differently, but pretty sure it's pretty much what we've been asking for. So I would say, Ms. Hendricks, or any of you, if that's what we feel like we want to be able to see from the accelerated campus, then let's request it and look forward to it next month. Ms. Hendricks?
So I guess just to add to that, for the ones that are going to complete and be able to graduate, is there, or do you have, like at the high school, Ms. Garcia, I think, is the person that students go to apply to different colleges or find scholarships. And, I just wondered if there was somebody that they are able to go to or that can work with them in their future endeavors after they've completed,
Yes.
at the accelerated school.
And Ms. Garcia is our math teacher, and it's myself, Ms. Garcia, and Mr. Alvarez at the moment. We don't have a counselor or any curriculum specialist or additional support in that area. So my idea at the moment is bringing those resources to that workshop room where we can share and we can rotate those cohorts by grade, because they're very individual. It's a little mix of everything as far as where everyone is at. So that is the goal, the end goal of that workroom, that picture that you saw there, is to start bringing in those resources into the campus and start reaching out and inviting and working with Ms. Susie Garcia over at the high school. And yeah, and I'm excited because I have a vision. And
'cause I
I'm
guess
hoping that it'll work, but definitely all our teachers come in with different pieces and different strengths, and Miss Ann has been a great help, Miss Tiffany, without a mention, like, oh my gosh, she's been amazing. So we're a small campus, we're little, but small but mighty, because we just somehow are trying to make things fit and work as best we can, so.
especially in whatever their interests are in.
Yes.
And what they see where they would be in the future.
Yes, and it's great to see that and acknowledge that a lot of students who were at Indian Oasis Middle and High School are actually employees now. So it's very heartwarming to see that they're part of our community as well. Yes.
And
Okay.
Ms. Vance?
Principal Masan, I see that, I guess with regards to Ms. Hendricks's question, you do have that collaboration with Ms. Garcia for the college career and visits. So that's good. I really like that. I also wanted to just kind of mention that, or a shout out to the perfect attendance for the high school, 7 students, and the middle school is 5 students in your report. So congratulations, keep it up. To the families, to the individuals, it's so important to be there. And I also just want to mention that, in the beginning, when the year first started, we talked about how reaching out to those students who are either graduating or either whether they be on track or they need guidance in, or even knowing where they're lacking credits or how many credits they're lacking. And I know for sure that you took it upon yourself to do that at your site, because one of my students, or my children, had a really big turnaround this year. And I really believe because of that. I mean, parents can talk to their students and tell them about credits and tell them about, they need to be at school and all of this. But when it comes from an outside person and it's put across to them to really think about their future and where they're at, and, the possibilities of possibly not graduating on time or working hard to graduate on time, that really makes a difference. So I know that's happening at your site, and I just want to say thank you for doing that, because it makes a difference. So I just wanted to mention that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Stevens?
I know everyone here on the board mentioned a couple of things, but I really do appreciate that you took the time to meet with parents and students ahead of time in July and August. I think that creates transparency across the board, and continue to create those efforts are really important. And you creating those systems of bringing people in to help with career readiness is also important for those students, to make sure that they can get resources to them about how to move forward once they're done, and if they need additional resources. I like Juan's idea about bringing TOCC in for those who are that age that they might not be able to complete the requirements. I think that's wonderful, so thank you.
You're welcome. And actually, today we had Ms. Bris Spuma come in and give a presentation to a few of our sophomores and prospective TLCC dual enrollment students that would probably benefit from that information. And we do have 3 enrolled students, dually enrolled students with TLCC campus.
Good. Thank you, Ms. Mazon.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Moving on with our agenda this evening, we'll go to number 5, which is the Baboquivari School District Governing Board member reports. I'll go ahead and get started because I know you guys are all dying to do your reports. I just wanted to make sure that, of course, pointedly, not only we're providing information, but of course reporting, especially when we do take any travel and/or participate in any events. And I need to get in a better habit of noting when I am and when I'm not doing anything with the school. But just to know, I did attend the community day here at the intermediate campus, which was always expressly, highly, and excitedly attended by the community. So just a shout out to all of our staff and everyone participating and taking the time and effort to put that together, as well as making it a fun environment. I was definitely excited to see so many of everyone engaging. I think top to bottom. So I'm excited for the next one at the primary campus as well. And then I believe the only other thing, of course, is our attendance to the Arizona School Board's Law Conference this past week. I tried to make sure to include, especially some information that was provided in presentations that are on for public contact and for review. What I really want to say is that I feel like a lot of the times when we get a lot of updated information and/or congressional updates or information shared with us from attorneys, it makes you think, but especially makes you want to be able to not only understand more. So I feel like that's definitely where I would be coming from. I think Mr. Diaz and the board are pretty much aware that was so much to really take in and take away, but more so, the main thing that they share with us is that this is just opinion, it's just recommendation, it's not anything that is something to go home and huff and puff about. So I think the largest takeaways for myself, as far as any of the sessions, were definitely helping me to form those questions and for the most part, what I'll say, especially to everyone in this room and everyone who may be listening, is that our schools and our district, while we may understand does still need work, it is fairly a lot better off than a lot of other districts as far as their leadership and their boards and the things that they have to deal with. I'm very, very grateful that we have a board that even if we do not agree, we still treat each other very much with respect. And I think it goes a long ways to say that there are a lot of school districts that are dealing with things that seem to me to not really focus on what the purpose is for us sitting here. So I think in the long run of the information that we're provided, it is more so just reaffirming that I think that we have very amazing professional individuals that are providing education and being a part of our community. So, and I think that us as a board members, making sure that we're participating and understanding, where we can and should be informed in. I'm always grateful for the attendance to those conferences. And anything regarding conflicts of interest, parents' rights, FERPA, those need to know types of mandated reporting, all of those things. Like I said, they just help me to form better questions and/or pose questions to Mr. Diaz, which he's very good at responding and giving information back. So I wanted to make sure to include those. Those are in for public content as far as presentations that were given or shared with us. But I think especially thinking about things, and it's never ever our intention, especially mine, to go to these things and to try and look for faults. And I don't mean but, I mean it just so happens that certain themes of the conference, like bullying and all of these things that are brought up, they're not brought up in a way, but they are things that other school districts are definitely dealing with. And they're trying to find ways not only to encourage, and it deals with parents as well. Because I understand, and I'm not here to be naive and say that parents can't also be bullies and adults can't also be bullies. So that is why I think it's also important, especially for us as board members, to participate and to attend these, so that we're looking at it from that objective point of view to say, yes, we have to remove ourselves sometimes from some of these situations and understand it from a different perspective and be able to carry ourselves a lot in a professional manner when it comes to some of these things that we're drawn into because we're community members, but we need to be mindful of because we're board members. So, as far as takeaways, I feel like that it's a lot of information, and I only say that because it is definitely something that I always really am excited to attend, and then I write a whole bunch of stuff down, and I'm glad I get to sit on it for a little bit to kind of let it simmer. But I think Mr. Diaz, again, as our superintendent, and whom we're more in contact with compared to others, I just wanted to make sure, I'll let you know that that's the perspective I'm going to be looking at it from, and not more so than just, because as I mentioned, I think that there are a lot of themes that I can see we are already conducting ourselves in, and there are things on the horizon that we've already kind of put things in place to be prepared for. And I'm talking about things like ICE, or talking about things like surveillances and all of those things that are necessary for safety and wellness and the overall education of our students. We have had instances where we are dealing with sensitive subjects and have opt-in or opt-out types of policies to go to allow our parents to be able to do such things. So those are things that are I think because of the media get a little bit more attention, but I feel like as we've been at a board and had a lot of really great leadership, I've already been prepared for, or at least have some understanding, and if we need to update any policy to do so, we will. So I believe that would primarily be my report, but if there are any other questions or anything any of the board members want to share now, I do believe majority of them did say they may be reporting next month. But if I have anything else to add next month, I'll do so. But I think for now, that's pretty much it. Dahege. Miss Vance. My cheat sheet.
Okay, so I had attended some of the sessions, but I wasn't able to download. So they are going to be on the October report. Let's see. One of the ones that I went to was the board's role in navigating curriculum adoption. The other one I went to was duty to report navigating employee discipline and misconduct in schools. And then let's talk from conflict to conversation. And then sexual harassment claims under Title IX. And then the last one was navigating ASBA's delegate assembly roles. So I did have I did need to download that information that I had on there. So that'll be on the next agenda.
Okay, thank you, Miss Vance. Ms. Hendricks?
I also would like to add more on for the next board meeting, but just in general, I did also attend the law conference. And I did some interesting breakout sessions on Thursday. I attended were facts, fiction, and fallout, navigating misinformation in K-12 education. The other ones were From Distraction to Discipline, Navigating Arizona New Wireless Communication Devices Law. And this has to do with the new one that came out in regards to electronic devices, I guess, in the classrooms. The other one was Avoiding Oversight Pitfalls, Lessons from Auditor General. That one was quite interesting. I would like to share more information. And I was mentioning to Mr. Diaz, because he also attended that this really kind of like, I learned a lot. And basically, from what Juan had mentioned, is the reasons we go to the conferences is not to find fault with anybody, but to find ways for us to learn more about what you do and to help you or the school district improve in what areas. And some of the things that we attend, we are already doing. But then there are things that, might be good, to be in addition to what we're doing. But with the one regarding the Auditor General, I told Mr. Diaz, I appreciate so much for Clementina, the work that you've done in regards to our audits, because those are what keeps our schools open. So we actually are very watchful of that, and she does a great job at doing that. So again, I'll have more to share next month.
Thank you, Ms. Hendricks. Ms. Stevens?
So I didn't upload anything either, but I did attend the law conference. Wanted to share that, there are school districts that deal with things that we don't have to deal with. You can hear it when we're there, and they share a lot of information. Some of them are nightmares, and I'm really grateful that we don't have to deal with some of those situations. And we had this conversation about like how we are different, and the difference is that we believe in community. A lot of everybody who works here sees that the importance of community, and I think that really reflects on how we serve our students. The law conference definitely opens your eyes to so many things that are happening and what's being mandated with this new administration, and how we are going to navigate the system, what's going to be done. And I think overall, what's happening in schools and things that are going to be provided in the future are really important things to consider, and having those conversations across the board and just being open to the discussion. But some of the things that I did attend, I think one of the biggest things that I've attended was like just the new laws that were going into place, the bylaws that impact the mandates for school boards to report. Another thing was the special education. I think that was one of the big things for me that really impacted my decision on like what we could be doing and how we could be doing it. And I actually had this conversation with Mr. Diaz on like some of the things that and ideas that they gave out in regards to increasing the need for special education professionals and what we can be doing to grow our own, and different things that school districts are doing in order to provide that. And one was to provide opportunities for staff to get credit or to go to take courses, creating different programs that are available at different areas. So I think those are things that we should probably look into, because there is a need, and also it is an opportunity for our paraprofessionals and our staffs to grow. So I think that was one of the big things that I walked away with.
Just the last thing really quick, and I just remembered it, and I won't note it because there are some schools that were expressly talking about the ban on cell phones in school districts, but that was brought up, but it was specifically brought up because school districts do have local control and can adhere or administer, policy based on the needs. And I did want to share that I understand, and I didn't want to. I know the stance of certain individuals, but in as much as I've seen in the walkthroughs, And I'm talking particularly for our more older students, so secondary campus. I was impressed that and can see that teachers do use it to their advantage at times, using it more as an award type of instance. So if you give me your attention for the first 40 minutes or however minutes a block of class time is, you can have X amount of time to use your device. But there was some specific moments that, and I understand, and I know Mr. Diaz has said publicly, he doesn't like them or would much rather that they're not on campuses. But I do want to say that education, especially as well, was important because as board members and as community members, and I think it's important that if we are going to or do make any changes, that it does include all of those stakeholders or that instance in that what one tribal member had mentioned, because we do meet a lot of different tribal members, is that sometimes that can just be a lifeline that people don't understand, that it's not as common and or not as it's not something that you would expect to not have in a metro city. And yet in a rural or tribal community, that can be the only way that you can make communication, either with your student or some from far away, have some form of safety or security. So there are instances where you have to look at those things as it is not our place sometimes to dictate how those things need to be carried out, but we need to be able to work with each other to understand that some of our students do travel an hour and a half away from home. And to decrease the parent or student comfortability with regards to safety, I feel like anything that we do that would further hinder them being able to make contact and or visually see or locate their students might cause more harm than none. So I just wanted to say that because I know that there's been some discussion, and I don't want to say that there's been anything that we have made note of, but I just wanted to say in observation, I think that if it is an issue, I think the board is definitely in support of what needs to happen, but regarding the law in particular or what had come down from legislature or the governor was specific to if that's an issue, then we have to address it here. Not that it was going to be a unilateral no cell phones type of blanket approval. So if there was some questions to that from anyone, that is what I took away from that. So if nothing else, we can continue with our agenda this evening. Number 6 is our Baboquivari Unified School District Superintendent's Report. Mr. Diaz.
President Bonilla, members of the board, and colleagues, buckle up because I have a lot of information to share. But before I begin, we are getting closer to finish the first quarter, and I want to thank the entire team, the parents and the students. We have experienced a pretty strong beginning, and I want to encourage everybody to continue to have a strong momentum and continue to focus on the things that we said that we're going to do based on our plans. So thank you, all of you. Some of the highlights and shout-outs I'll be sharing in just a second, but I want to thank, I want to start with the principals in the site administration for calibrating and checking in so we can follow up on the SIAP and the steps that we're going to take this year that we are aligned. I want to thank our 301 leads. We're not done. We're still working on our 301 goals. We're going to refine them to ensure that they are aligned with our goals and as well our expectations. Once again, I want to thank to all admin and administrators for supporting with the audits and all of the requests that they've been made in the sense of urgency. I want to thank the APs and some of my directors that met so we can continue to work in how to align how we are documenting our discipline. I want to thank our principals and directors for allowing the team members to participate in the designee trainings as part of our ongoing support and also value leadership in our district. Every department inside, we starting something different, which is having a designee, and to train them in the event that administrators are out, we have somebody that is looking into leadership and somebody that knows how to support the administrator. I also want to thank Ms. Araficio. She supported us in the beginning of the year. One of our graduation requirement, it's still history. And as we were waiting to fill the position, she was able to step up and step in the classroom and provide the instruction needed for our students. For operation, I want to thank operations for ensuring that our required drills in the beginning of the year, they had to be 4 throughout the year, but the beginning of the year drills have been completed. And also for his team, that it's barely August and they have completed 794 work orders. Thank you to our staff. I also want to take an opportunity to the community, anyone that is interested. We have 6 vacancies in different areas of operation. So if you're interested, please contact us or contact our HR department or visit our website. From the family and community engagement, for the month of August, they have served 886 adults and 353 students, and a total of 1,774 pounds of food were distributed. Thank you, Ms. Hart. And also, our first parent workshop, it was one of the most attended, so I want to thank all of the staff and all of the parents that participated. And out of that group, also a parent council meeting to advise the superintendent was started, so we're going to begin a parent advisory group as well. So thank you, Ms. Hart, for that project. And from the curriculum and instruction, 70% of the time during the month of August was providing direct support to schools. Also, almost 20% of the time, direct coaching, and 11% providing office support, and 50% providing professional development and supporting principals with professional development, and 6% of the time was through SFA. I also want to thank them for their support with all of the classroom observations. They're also spending time doing classroom visits in the weeks that they are assigned to some of the schools. Transportation, a shout out to transportation, the training, the Narcan training that took place to ensure that our bus drivers are training how to support our students in the event of an emergency. And also all of the work from transportation and all of the record keeping, that they had a successful audit reporting experience. From my district affairs manager, thank you for all the work in updating the language in all of the different departments, logos, and the support provided to schools and departments. Also, thank you, technology and district affairs managers, for now the new project. We will be updating our website, and we are in the process of beginning the work and giving a new face to our website to make it more parent-friendly, staff-friendly, but also giving it an updated, modern edge without giving up our culturally relevant values. And also the support in strengthening the JT program from our social emotional learning department. The additional support that is going to be coming to our schools, 16 weeks of presentations on how to build healthy relationships and the effect of drugs and alcohol for our students for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And also from the Ready for Life program, offer how to build healthy relationships, and also from the TO Behavior Health Department, providing support and facilitating presentations on anxiety, emotional regulation, and stress management. And also a big shout out to our tribal opium response for trading 100% of our transportation department, and also for making themselves available to present the dangers of vaping for students 4th through 12th grade. Thank you, Social Emotional Learning Department, for our prevention program and bringing that support to the schools. That's it from my end at this point. Please, I'm going to direct your eyes to our summary of highlights through our support. Thank you to the district affairs manager for supporting me in putting all my pictures together. You move the mouse, Aaron. President Murillo. Oh, thank
Mr.
you.
Diaz,
Thank you for those artwork. President Murillo.
any shout outs for Mr. Diaz, or you want to tell him anything? No? Good job. Thank you. Yes, sir.
What you see is a month. In all of the work that is happening, it takes an amazing team. I want to give a shout out to the team and also to the parents. I want to remind everyone, what we see is examples of excellence and extraordinary work from every single one of your departments from your school. So I want to thank you for that level of commitment. Stay strong, stay connected, and we can make it. This can be the year if we stay with that momentum, with that strength and that focus. We're gonna make it. So let's stay. Let's encourage each other and support each other, and making sure that we hitting our benchmarks. I have a feeling that this is going to be the year. So thank you guys for your level of commitment, your level of detail, and for caring. Back to you, President Mundia.
Thank you, Mr. Diaz. One thing I want to just say to yourself, and especially because I know your directors and everyone puts together reports. One of the biggest things, and I know it's to everybody, and especially, and I want to echo Mr. Diaz's acknowledgement of your work. The biggest thing that's probably going to go as far, and I think it takes a lot, especially for board members and especially for myself, to feel. It took a lot. It took a lot for myself to feel very confident, comfortable, and especially grateful for everything that y'all do. And I don't mean that in a negative way, because I feel like we can trust that you all are going to do what you need to do. That's the point. But I feel like the most biggest thing that we had heard over the course of the year is not only getting ahead of certain things, but being as transparent and open as possible, and share and communicate as much as possible. I know we cannot share everything. That's not the point. But the point is that if you are silent, it's the worst thing for a community to feel like we're not, yes, we're aware. Yes, I acknowledge. Yes, like you said, and that's probably the biggest recommendation I can say for the start of the year, and even in this past couple of weeks, is that voice, or that I don't know. The call seems to be more so, I just want to be heard, and I want you to acknowledge that I'm being heard. And that's it's easy to do, especially for you guys. Us here is a little bit more difficult because there's so much structure to this meeting that we can't, so to speak. And I don't mean that to the community listening. It's not that we don't want to. We're bound by certain statutes that this meeting has to be run a certain way, and that does not mean we're not wanting to hear you, but it does mean you need to be heard where you're supposed to be, as in with the system, the process, the procedure, the policy. And I think that we're going to make sure we're standing by and upholding that. But I want to just share that I feel like if any recommendation come from the board and to have a good year, it's just to be overly communicative on things that we're doing, how we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, how it's going to happen, so that people feel communicated with, and the transparency is there, and our integrity, I know, is superb, but I also know there's just, I think just from the board's perspective, especially for myself, is as a community member, on the community member side, it feels, I can see the same thing. So that's all I wanted to share. Above all, I appreciate that all of y'all take the time, commitment, and effort, and make the effort. But it's one bad day or one bad weekend. We get over it, we go forward, and we continue. Thank you. That's all. Continue with our agenda this evening. Number 7 is the coaches and club sponsors. Baboquivari Middle School, Anna Dalton for 8th grade promotion. Jesus Lianes for 8th grade promotion. Tracy Klein for 8th grade promotion. And Valentino Papaka for 8th grade promotion. Governing board members and members of the community, just for information, as those positions have already been approved, they're just naming individuals to fill those sponsorship roles. Number 8 is our first reading of the Arizona School Board Association Policy Advisories Governing Board. Just for your information again, and any individuals who have been reviewing this is the point and our time to make any recommendations to the policy. Again, it is recommendations that go through the first read, second read, and then we make those approvals and an action item at a later date. If you have any questions, make sure you're communicating with Mr. Sabala or Mr. Diaz regarding those board members. Letter F, our action items this evening. Our new number 1 is the discussion and possible approval of an amendment to Addendum C to the agreement between the Arizona School for the Deaf and Blind and the Baboquivari High School District. Mr. Diaz.
President, members of the board, I'll be a little bit of background information. Every year we sign an MOU with the Arizona State School for the Deaf and Blind. This year they want to conduct business a little bit different than the previous year. Previously it was a fee for service. Now they want to extend it to be able to continue to have the fee for service, but also the voucher system. They adding an addendum to the MOU, and I'm asking the governing board to approve the addendum. It was reviewed by our legal department, and I'm asking to approve it as presented.
Just for the sake, and I don't have anything against, or I just want to make sure, because in the line of this approval, for the board's information, I did request, and I did want to make sure, just for transparency reasons, I understand that this is kind of par for the course as we approve these, and we want to make sure we're providing this opportunity for our students. But I also want to make sure that not only are we agreeing to this, but we're also making sure that we're getting the benefit of it, and it's a good benefit to our students. Not anything against the schools. I just want us to be able to say, yes, and speak confidently about, and I know our ESS department and our psychologists have definitely spoken in high regard of the schools, but I just want to make sure that as we're moving forward and as a board, it is always our intention to make sure that our students are getting the best, and as we're paying for the best, then the expectation is that that's what we're seeing. And so I just wanted to say that that was a comment that I had made regarding this. I have nothing against it. I have no intention to vote against, but I just wanted to make sure that it's expressed. I know that there's a lot of community members as well who have at times, only voiced that they wish that there was a little bit more. And I can only speak to the side of I have not been there myself, and that's on me. So I would be more than happy to join you, Mr. Diaz, if you plan to visit the school and do a tour, but I would just need to know like well ahead of time. But that was all I was going to say regarding the schools. Ms. Hendricks?
Just, I guess, some clarification. So the addendum C, that whole page, that addendum is what's been added?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't, I guess I was kind of thinking that there was a section in there that was changed, but I just,
No, the
just for
whole-
clarification.
Great question, thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions? Motion to approve, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Sylvia Hendricks.
All those in favor of the motion, Juan Bonilla,
Mosabo.
Kathleen Banks,
Masapa.
Sylvia Hendricks,
What's up?
Anna Marie Stevens,
What's up?
motion carried.
Motion carries. Number 2 this evening is discussion and possible approval of the demolition of the old jail building. Mr. Diaz?
President Buendia, members of the board, a little bit of background information regarding this item. As you may know, that structure was vandalized, and based on the hazardous state of the structure at this point, our Director of Operations have consulted and collaborated with a couple of offices in the nation and outside of the nation, and we have given the okay from the fire department, from Darrell, and also from there was another office that I can think of right now. What I'm coming before you is to ask for your support and to approve the demolition of the building because at this point is not safe.
Are there any questions to the item? If not, a motion to approve the demolition of the old jail building, second by Ms. Kathleen Vance.
All those in favor of the motion, Juan Bonilla,
Mosabo.
Kathleen Banks,
Masapa.
Sylvia Hendricks,
Masapa.
Anna Marie Stevens,
What's up?
Thank you. Number 3 this evening, and for clarification for the community, the reason this is in action items is there is a conflict of interest on my end, and so I will be recusing myself from this action. Ms. Vance?
Okay, motion to approve the possible approval of extra duty.
Motion to approve.
Second.
all those in favor of the motion, Kathleen Banks,
Masapa.
Sylvia Hendricks,
Masapa.
Anna Marie Stevens,
What's up?
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Ms. Vance. Letter G is the consent agenda. Without objection, a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Kathleen Vance. Sorry. Mosabo.
Kathleen Banks,
Masapa.
Sylvia Hendricks,
Masapa.
Anna Marie Stevens,
What's up?
Thank you. Letter H is our vote to convene into executive session per ARS 38-431.03A13. Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Sylvia Hendricks.
all those in favor of the motion, Juan Bonilla,
Mosabo.
Kathleen Banks,
Masapa.
Sylvia Hendricks,
Masapa.
Anna Marie Stevens,
What's up?
All right, thank you all. Have a good evening. We won't keep you.
for the month is in an interactive calendar.
Okay, I need, oh,
Gonna go ahead and make a motion to go back into regular session.
well, motion to convene into regular board meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Miss Sylvia, sorry, Miss Anna Marie Stevens.
All those in favor of the motion, Juan Bonilla,
Masapo.
Kathleen Van,
Masapa.
Sylvia Hendricks,
What's up?
Masapo.
Okay, we are back in regular session. Letter J is a request for future agenda items. I have number one on here, ASBA County Director election. Mr. Who? Mr. Sabala? Sabala?
more information. So I was reviewing it, it looks like they have, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, the 2025 legal candidates, ASBA.
Are you running?
This is the county election.
How? Are you ready?
I wish I had the time. I really do, but maybe when I retire. Because you have to go to all
The director meetings.
the directors' meetings. Yeah.
Oh. Is that not just the Pima County meeting? Well, not the, okay.
See, I saw the Pima County meeting on 10/22 with Chloe Wells.
Okay,
They're gonna do the elections, county director elections for all the counties.
Oh.
Okay, there it is, I got it.
It does it there, yeah.
Yeah.
They do it there.
$45 registration fee, is anybody interested in going?
When is it?
October 22nd.
Are you going?
It's in the
Ruben?
evening,
I'm trying to check.
like 6 or something.
Yeah.
Let me see what I have on October 22nd.
I know we haven't gone for the last 2 years, I think. Yeah.
A Wednesday? I don't mind.
Yeah.
You,
I'll go ahead and go.
you go.
I'm gonna nominate one.
You go. Wendy needs to be done. I'll go.
I'm open.
Who do you have down now?
You gonna drive us? Ruben? And Ms. Vance and Anna
Be on travel.
and Anna Marie.
Get a car.
I'm on travel for that day.
We're down one member.
I'll work on the registration
Thank you, sir. What about annual conference? Is that, I would like to go to that.
coming up, it's not.
Okay, well,
Well, if
What are
people
the
need
dates?
rides, can you get a car?
What'd you say?
yeah, Ruben's gonna drive us.
Oh, Ruben's gonna drive it?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
The annual conference, I just looked at it.
Oh,
It opens
17 through the
October
19th, right?
Yeah, but it opens up next month.
December?
Yeah, no, October.
I'm down. Yay, when's our Christmas party?
Who's going to the annual, who wants to go to the annual? Sylvia, Juan,
When is it?
October.
December 17th through the 19th.
But the registration opens up next month.
Does it start on that Wednesday or does it start on that Thursday?
I think that's the same thing, a pre-conference and then the regular conference, or is it different?
I have to look at the agenda to see if it's beneficial for you. Isn't it usually like a new board member?
It's changed, but
So then it'll be the 18th, 19th?
I can't, I would say so, yeah.
Yes, I would say yes.
oh yeah.
Ms. Vance? You wanna go?
You said December 17th?
Yeah.
Dates are 12/17 to 12/19, but I think the 17th is the pre-conference. Oh, here's the agenda.
It's an agenda right here. Data boards can utilize, breaking it down, progress monitoring calendars, research superintendent longevity. What is the job of the superintendent? Can boards increase superintendent tenure? No. Building the bench and main conference registration.
So the 17th is, it has first sessions we can go to. The first, it doesn't give me time. So check-in and comment on breakfast. I guess you would arrive at 16th if you do a pre-conference, so it would be 16th
Can't do the pre-conference.
Oh,
That might be pre-conference. She said the January. I'm assuming the pre-conference is what you just read out.
yeah.
The 16th? What's on the pre-conference?
It's on the website, but it's a bunch of different sessions all day.
Yeah.
What types of data can boards use?
No pre-conference.
I'm gonna look at the agenda, I'll let you know.
All right. We have some time.
And the 17th, it starts at 8 o'clock, the conference?
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's cold.
General session at 8:30. Breakfast.
Sticker?
Breakfast 8 to 8:30.
Yeah, what's on here?
I didn't get a sticker, Ruben.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we signed
These are the,
pre-conference, yes.
these are the months.
We agreed to the 17th.
I'll probably just do the main.
Yeah, me too.
You do the what?
On the 17th.
No, you can leave the night before, right? We're just checking.
Are you doing the pre-conference today?
I'm gonna look at the agenda.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
No,
Are you gonna do the main conference?
the main conference, I can't.
So 18th, 19th. Okay.
Um,
Anna, are you gonna go?
Yeah, I can go on the main one,
Clarity.
yeah.
I drive on the 17th. I have to drive the night before on the 16th. I drive on the 17th, the morning off, right? For that.
yes, you're not doing the pre-conference, you drive up on the 17th.
And then we're there at 18th, 19th.
Unless you wanna drive up that morning on the 18th.
No.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Check-in night before.
Oh.
Yes, so you drive up the 17th, check in.
Yes, Miss Vance. Were we gonna address the dates? Or we do that in November? Remember we asked for about changing the dates for,
I was,
Taking language class, I thought it was Miss Stevens, but you know today.
me? I thought it was
it's Miss
her.
Vance.
Okay, sorry.
Which class?
She's doing the one you did.
Culprit, it's Vance.
Or are
I
you
didn't get a
taking that?
confirmation. That's okay. You teach
I'm gonna take the writing one.
November.
That's on Friday.
Okay, so the
Next.
November meeting's already changed to the 13th.
To the 13th, I thought it was the 10th.
Well, the 12th is better.
No, the 11th is Veterans Day.
It's the Wednesday, what's the Wednesday?
The 12th.
The 12th, you're right. So we can change December, January, and February.
Can we do that in November to change them?
We'll do it in October.
Okay, we do it next month.
If I have, is it 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last class is on the 3rd.
So I'll put a number together and then you guys vote on some dates for the next.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the writing one, but that's on Fridays. The autumn writing.
Then you're both
Yeah.
gonna teach us
Okay, I will be sending out
dates.
the board evaluation for October. If you could please review it and fill it out before the board meeting.
Before the October board
Give it
meeting?
to us right now.
Okay.
Is it, I know you guys scheduled that your last meeting, board retreat on the 11th of October? Yeah,
To what date?
That probably would help because there's a district meeting. Okay,
Oh, that's the same day. What date do you have open? Does everybody have a date in October?
I can't do a Saturday actually at all, just to have a lot of travel coming up for
Okay.
October. But I have weddings also,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just forgot.
We have one district meeting on the October 19th with Pawa, and we had the board retreat on the 11th. And my understanding is that we needed to either move it in the afternoon. so
We have to
can attend.
move it.
I think she's trying.
We have to move it. We have a wedding.
We're getting married?
Yeah, family getting married.
On the
No,
11th. So
Who's getting married?
never again. No, just kidding.
Robin, Jose,
Robin,
LJ, Lori's, and then my sister-in-law, Kateri, is getting married the following weekend.
So the 11th doesn't work.
There, I can't be there. I can't be the meeting then, 'cause I'm gonna be there.
Who's she married? Melton?
Dolores.
Marie and DJ's youngest son?
Okay, then I guess as it stands, we'll cancel the October 11th and figure out another date because I would like everybody to be there, but since Miss Stevens can't,
Evening time?
Can we do it on a Sunday?
I can do it on a Sunday.
okay.
The 12th?
What?
I'm gonna be out late celebrating. No, they're done at 9.
Yeah, I actually could do the 12th.
You're gonna be able to party all night on the 11th and come back on the 12th?
No, they're done at 9. They're getting married at the Hendaki.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the 12th, and when? And twice?
I don't mind. That's fine.
12th works for me.
Or
I'm going to church. No, I'm not.
I am going to church. Sorry. Retreat.
What time?
8 to 4.
8 to
Oh,
4?
yes. 8 to 4.
9 to 5?
8 to 4 o'clock.
9 to 4?
on the 14th, we're gonna change the October 14th meeting, correct?
Why?
For the class, or that one is not gonna affect it, because we're gonna have the retreat on the 12th and the regular board meeting on the 14th,
That's fine.
right?
That's fine.
I won't be at that board meeting.
Can we more than 3?
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, I won't be there.
As long as we have a quorum.
Or Ben, are you gonna send the invite?
For the 12th? Yeah, I was just looking because there's no work on Monday.
Oh. Oh.
There's what?
Sorry. We can't do that then. I'm sorry. I don't want to do
There's
that
no
to you.
what?
I was, that's in the calendar.
I forgot about that too.
Columbus Day. Indigenous Day.
Oh. And
13th, October 13th.
staff will not then be here.
October 13th.
It's a holiday, so let's not do that to ourselves.
I mean, sure.
It's probably a floater. It's a school holiday though.
No? Are we still on?
You can
It's not a Columbus, it's indigenous people.
October 13th?
Oh,
which I won't be working.
So what day? So what day then? So if it's not the 12th, what?
So you don't want to do the 12th?
No, because it's a holiday week for these guys.
If it's a data, is it for the data, then my principal, they made plans 3-day weekend.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay. So no,
The 25th, what do you guys have?
I'm on travel.
the 26th,
The 26th?
because she can't do any Saturdays.
What about the 26th, Sunday the 26th?
26 actually works.
Yeah,
That works for me.
go ahead.
One.
Yeah, what's up?
What day? Yeah, 26. When's the
Board. From 8:30 to 4?
You send out the invite?
Lindy's gonna send the invite.
Yeah, I might not be here.
Oh, what?
Oh,
No, I'm having surgery
yeah,
Oh.
but we can manage.
to fix something in my. I hope the vacation happens.
We
But I'll
can,
send out the invite to everybody.
you
set everything ahead of time, we'll run it. Yeah. All right. No, Ben. Erica will run it. Enrica.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sylvie Hendricks. Second,
Second.
Ms. Anna Marie Stevens.
All those in favor of the motion, Juan Lucia,
Masabo.
Mazappa.
Sylvia Hendricks,
Mazappa.
Anne Marie Stevens.
Okay, 7:48 PM, we are adjourned. Thank you.